he was blowing him the fuck out. So
yeah, I mean, after getting cattle branded really badly, getting belted, just all of the above, I don't know how you have the nerve to say that same shit that you just said again. So
yeah, that's just a little question.
I said, I don't know how you have the nerve to say that same shit again. And you said,
well,
what?
I mean,
you thought it was a question again.
I don't
you seem to get confused.
I don't accept the content of that.
Yeah, right. So you seem to be getting confused a lot between the distinction of statements and questions, right? So what do you think a question is?
Am I obligated to answer that?
I mean, you get confused a lot. So do you want me to build the obligation for you? Do you want me to construct why you are obligated?
Yeah, what's
Reasonably
the argument?
speaking, do you want me to construct why it's the case that you're obligated given the rules of reasoning?
Yeah, what's the argument that I'm obligated?
Yeah, I can give you an abductive case. So I take it because you can construct an obligation. It's fine. It doesn't matter if my mic
gotta go back to Dollar Tree.
Can you hear me? Is it insufficient?
Yeah, you might got to go back to Dollar Tree.
It's insufficient?
If it is echoing.
Yes or no?
I mean, I can hear you, but I'm staying.
Okay, you can hear me? Okay, then don't talk when I'm talking and then it won't echo, you piece of shit. Just pipe down, be on mute, listen to what I'm saying, and respond in accordance because you keep getting...
Look, just get to the substance, look.
He's going to get our live band.
Oh, well.
Like recently, I've been getting a fuck ton of restrictions for like the most minimal things.
Cake equals concession. I didn't do that, by the way. So
yeah, good drop.
Mute
your fucking mic.
Hold on,
your mic
dude.
So that you won't echo. It's as simple as that.
Yo, Apollo. Fake Apollo. The reason I kicked you wasn't. Can you just mute your mic really quick? Yeah, I wasn't kicking you to like keep you down. It's just that like restrictions have been a lot more easy to get recently. So I just like want.
Sure. I won't say anything abrasive. I won't say anything abrasive. But look, so you seem to be misunderstanding the difference between questions and statements a lot because you just tried to answer a statement. I mean, really seems dumb of you. But then again,
yeah, under my semantics, that makes sense.
Hold on. I think you have a problem there because you cut me off, right? But you don't want me to cut you off, so just stay on mute when I talk to you because I promise that I'm not going to be abrasive towards you, so just pipe down, okay? So when I came up here, I asked you a basic question. You talked about the obligation to answer a question. So I want to know, what do you think is constitutive of an obligation?
Am I obligated to answer that either? Look, all I want...
So I'll give my account.
You were supposed to be arguing that I'm obligated to answer your questions, right? I asked you for the argument for that. And instead of giving the argument, you proceeded to ask me a question. So I'm not going to answer that, right? Obviously, I don't think I am obligated to answer that. So maybe if you produce an argument that I'm obligated to answer any of your questions, I'll respond.
You see how I already gave it, but you didn't pay attention? I already told you it's in accordance to the rules of reasoning, which can be expressed. Do you want me to express how it's in accordance to the rules of reasoning and why it is the case that if it is in accordance to the structure of reasons and the rules of reasoning, that you should be doing it in regards to some epistemic norms? Do you want me to explain that? I already gave you the broad point, okay? You didn't contend with that. You didn't contend with the fact that if it's in accordance to the rules of reasoning that you should do it. I can just explain to you why it is in accordance with the rules of reasoning or why we can say that it likely is in accordance to the rules of reasoning. Do you want me to explain?
Am I obligated to answer that?
Okay, so I'll just explain it and give an account of why you are then, since you seem to have this inability to answer anybody above a tier 2's questions, but when it comes to someone like Ben, you're adamant on answering his questions and you're adamant on making him look bad because you feel this surge of confidence against people that you can beat. But when it comes to me, you don't feel that same surge of confidence because you know you're punching above your weight class. So yeah, here's why you should be doing that. So the way in which you can assess whether or not it's the case that you should be doing that could be either through a criteria of the structure of reasons or B, reasonability itself. So I'll just assess it via the structure of reasons. Okay, so given my commitments in the background as a foundherentist that wants to make the claim that other views that attempt to explicate the structures of reason fail, I think that in putting it into that system, in a style where the coherent web of beliefs is constrained by certain perceptual data, and then the perceptual data has some coherence in the background that plays a role in determining what sort of perceptual inputs can be had within the system and determining the status of the justificatory status for the particular belief, that being whether or not it's the case that it is non-inferentially supported or if it is inferentially supported derivatively or contributorily by virtue of inference from that of another belief. I think I can determine that this belief is perceptually supported and input it into that coherent web of beliefs, and that my coherent web of beliefs that's constrained is as such that it is in accordance to the rules of reasoning that you should answer the questions. And that's one way, because you didn't have a contention to the criteria of one way we could determine reasoning being the structure of reason. So if it is the case that we can assess what we should and should not do by virtue of the structure of reasons, I just presented a way in which the structure of reasons, an abductive case for coherentism, which attempts to explicate the structure of reasoning, can explain how it's the case that you should do that and how that's a valid criterion. So go ahead and contend any of the shit that I just said, because I laid out the argument for you. I gave an abductive argument for the part about how foundherentism is true, and then I showed you how it's likely the case that this is fitting within that coherent web that's constrained by perceptual data.
Yeah, appreciate the 5-minute yap session, boss. But look, I don't agree with anything that you said, but let's say hypothetically, I were to grant that to be the case. Why should I care?
Gave you the argument for why.
What?
Give you the argument. Do you know the thing that you called a 5-minute yap? Because you seem to resort to calling things yap when you don't understand them. That was the argument.
Okay, let's say it's true, right? Let's say I am obligated, right? Like, now what?
Go ahead and answer since you have this obligation in regards to an epistemic norm. Wait, you asked me a question. Do you want to answer it or not? So since you have this obligation in regards to an epistemic norm, do you know what you have to do now? Either A, you answer me and you show me that you can actually be in accordance to epistemic norms because you just conceded the entire argument because you don't have a contention and you proceeded to call it and categorize it as yap because you have no clue what the fuck you're talking about. And the second anybody above the threshold of tier 2 steps to you, you just get slapped across your fucking face. But if you are, and if you do concede to those tenets being true, and you concede that you should now by proxy of that, then guess what? Either A, you're going to agree that you should answer them and go forth to answer them and show that you're at least minimalistically in accordance to some epistemic norms, or you're not, and you're going to show us all that you're not even minimalistically in accord to a rational set of epistemic norms. So do you want to express to the 44 people on the live, hey, I'm not an agent, I'm a fucking schmagent, and I can't be in accord to minimalistically, at least in accord to some level of epistemic normativity?
Yeah, I'm just not going to answer. That's fine.
Okay, so I gave him the argument for why he should answer that. Then I showed him that if he proceeds to not answer that based off the criteria that I laid out,
I want to keep in mind that
he's actually just telling everybody, I'm a schmagent. I'm not an agent. I'm a schmagent who can't even minimalistically follow or be in line with or give adherence to some level of epistemic normativity. So essentially what Capp is saying is that reasoning doesn't matter to him, okay? He's a schmagent. He doesn't give a flying flamingo fuck about the commitments he just made to the argument being true, and he doesn't care about engaging. Okay, so that's I literally knowledge gap your favorite debater.
I'm just not interested.
The guy who said that he literally knowledge gaps my favorite debater is saying that he can't respond to anything that I just said. But somehow you think you knowledge gap me. I'm debating someone. No. I'm debating somebody with one L.
I just want to flag. I didn't say I can't.
No.
It's logically possible that I answer you, but I'm just not interested in talking to you, boss. So.
Okay, so before you kick me, I'm just going to say, like, why am I up here debating someone with one eyelash and one elbow? Like, why the fuck am I even talking to you?
You thought that
you have one elbow. You have one elbow. The other one fell off. Your arm is bent. Your arm is bent from permanently beating on your chest. You are a gorilla. You're a piece of shit. I don't know why I'm talking to someone with one elbow. It doesn't make any sense. That makes
you look optically appealing.
You already lost. What the fuck do you think I'm doing up here? You already lost. Optically appealing. How does it feel to lose? How does it feel to lose?
Do you think this type of trash rhetoric makes you look optically appealing?
So I already beat you up on the substance, and then I proceed to tell you have one elbow, and your response is that it's trash rhetoric?
Yeah, do you think that's like...
Yes, that's your response as a grown man after getting beat up on the substance, blown out on the substance, after I dropped a fucking Jeep on you. No. So after I dropped a fucking 2-ton epistemic weight on you, then you say that's not optically appealing.
But I just want to keep in mind that we have...
To say that you have one elbow isn't epistemic... Wait. Did you actually seriously ask me that? To say that you have one elbow isn't appealing?
I just want to flag that I just want to flag that none of this is going to change the fact that we have you and your teammates on the rack.
Look at the chat.
On my argument.
Wait, you think that I gave a fuck about you yesterday? Like, actually? Considering the performance right now, do you think I gave a fuck about you? No. Just answer that. Like, do you actually think that I gave a fuck enough yesterday to respond to you? And if I did, this is what would have happened to you? If I actually cared enough to respond to you, this right here, what's happening to you right now, where the entirety of the chat is spamming that you're losing. They're telling people to save you. They're telling you that you're lost on the substance. Do you think that if I gave enough of a fuck yesterday to contend anything you said, that this wouldn't have happened to you? I just wanted Ben to get a lick in because I care about my little debate bro getting a lick in. I don't give a fuck about you enough to beat the shit out of you. Capp, you're a loser to me. What the fuck? You're not a feat to me. You're not a feat to me. My worst feat is infinitely better than you. The feat I get on the daily is infinitely better than you. Like, what? You think I gave a fuck enough about you to talk to you yesterday? Are you serious?
Why are you up?
Be serious. Answer that question.
Yeah, I don't grant that I'm obligated to answer that.
I already gave you the argument, though.
Yeah,
did you actually say you can grant it being true? Wait. Should you have a contention, or are you granting it being true?
No, I don't grant the argument.
Oh, okay, yeah. What do you dispute about it then?
That's not informal.
That's not informal?
I said that's not an entailment.
Wait. So you do dispute something about it, presumably, because you said you don't agree with any.
You could disagree with an argument.
You said you just
stop. You can disagree with
nothing you said.
stop talking. Stop. You can disagree. All right, can you stop talking, please?
Your turn.
All right, you're on strike one, pal. Look,
nothing you said.
You're on strike two. You can disagree with an argument and not have a refutation, right? So that when you asking me, right, what's my refutation? That's not an entailment.
What I said is that you had disagreements with it, okay? Because you said earlier. So by
you can disagree with an argument and not have a refutation. That's fine.
That's strike one, pussy boy. Look, this is what happened, okay? What you
Why
said.
are people using our rhetoric?
Because I look infinitely better when I do it.
No, you're fanned out. That's all it is. Whose echo is that?
I use one piece of it because I'm on your panel telling you it's
That's
strike.
just $1
I don't think you picked up on the social cue. The social cue is that I'm on your panel giving you a strike. Yeah,
fix your
I'll
mic.
explain the social cue since you didn't understand. The social cue is that I'm on your panel giving you a strike.
Why are you talking at 7x speed? Calm down.
Like what? He didn't pick up on the social cue. He didn't pick up on that shit at all. That shit was.
You said that 3 times, buddy. Just continue, but just when you're gonna use our rhetoric, acknowledge that. Say, I'm using King KG rhetoric. Oh, now he's spurging out.
Like Mr. Krabs. You don't need to start.
Now he's spurging out.
Like Mr. Krabs.
You think if you make stupid noises, you're gonna be optically appealing to the audience?
You see the chat?
That's what you wrote about the chat?
You just said that. Do I think I'll be optically appealing to the chat? Right? Do you see the chat?
Right. Is that your goal?
Do you see the chat?
Is that your goal?
No, you asked me if I think that. Are you shifting?
Right, and that's not an answer.
Okay, so you are now asking.
It's a yes or no
goal
question.
Rather than asking me if I think it.
It was a binary question.
I do think that. Yes, I already said.
Okay,
yes
that's what you should have answered with. Now do you see the chat? Because you answered a question, not an
You don't think
answer.
that was alluded to by virtue of me pointing to the chat?
Of course not.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you don't know what an implication is. You
You're
don't know what it
stuttering.
means to allude
Anyways, getting back to the substance.
Nah, I
what's
wanted to feel
going
like you for a second, so I paused. Yeah, correct. I wanted to feel like you for a second, so I paused in my speech.
Right, that's ironic.
That's ironic. How so? If I wanted to
Yeah,
feel like
given
you,
that's all you're doing, there's nothing I'm doing, buddy.
How is it ironic if I wanted to feel like you?
No, you didn't want it to feel like me.
Yes, I did. Because
If you wanted to feel like me, you wouldn't have done that.
Because you do so consistently.
If you wanted to feel like me, you would not have done it.
You know you speak fat English, right?
No, you speak 7x English.
Nobody know what you just said. Like,
Anyways.
zero people have a clue what you just said, by the way.
I said you speak 7x English?
7x? Are you saying that I talk fast?
Right, on purpose.
Okay, so you don't keep up with me? You
That doesn't follow. You can talk fast and I
I
still
said
keep
so
up.
you don't. I didn't say it was an
Hello?
entailment. I said I asked you
What
a
was the
question.
implication
It was
there?
quite simple. Wait, how so?
I said, what was
How do
the
you construct-
implication?
how
That
do
was
you
a question.
understand that
The
something is an
fuck?
implication of
Why
X?
would you answer a question
What are
with
the
how
constitutive
so?
conditions of something being
Are
an
you
implication
stupid?
of X?
I asked you a question and you answered with how so.
What are the conditions for something being implicative?
Hello?
What are the conditions for X being implicative of Y?
Wait, why is that relevant given the
Because
question
you
was
just said that
opaque?
something is implied, and that was your justification.
I said, do you think it's
said,
implied?
I said, why'd you say I said twice there? What's the relevance?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
don't know why you said I said twice.
I don't know why I think I said it
I don't
twice.
know why you did that. Was it a stutter?
don't know why I
Was
think
a
I said
pause?
it twice.
Was it inadequacy over you being able to
Do you
speak
think you're
properly?
saying anything right now?
Yes, I am. I can tell you what I said.
No, do you think you're saying anything
Yes, I do
relevant
think I'm saying
pertaining
something.
to the
Of course, I'm
topic?
saying something. You retard.
Are you saying anything relevant to the topic?
Yes, of course I am. I can explain.
What's the
relevance.
contention?
Yeah, the relevance is this. Capp told me he's not obligated to answer any of the questions. I gave an argument in favor of the fact that he is obligated to answer those questions. Then he told me that he acknowledges the fact that the argument is true, but he's not going to act in accordance with the epistemic norms
I
that are
didn't say
presented in front of
that.
him.
I didn't say that.
Wait. I already told you that you have two options on the table. So either A, you're going to agree that they are obligatory by virtue of some reasoning, by virtue of some standard of reasoning, which I presented, okay? And then you're going to proceed to act in accordance to the standard of reasoning, or instead of acting in accordance to the standard of reasoning, you're going to act out of accordance to it and be
That's not
a
dichotomous.
fucking
I can be agnostic
schmagent.
to whether or not
And be a fucking schmagent. So look,
That's not
your God,
dichotomous.
now that your God gave
Stop
you your
talking.
options, you can,
That's not dichotomous, right?
now that you're fucking God.
I can be agnostic to whether or not the argument's true.
Wait, hold on. And why are you justified in that attitude?
What does it mean to be
Presumably-
justified in not knowing the truth?
Agnosticism means you don't have a doxastic
Presumably
stance.
you do take that suspension of belief as a doxastic attitude, correct?
No. It's not a doxastic attitude on the proposition.
He just said that a suspension is a doxastic attitude. So there's three doxastic attitudes. There's affirmation, negation, suspension. I can't believe you just blundered like that, you fat piece of shit, you retard.
Under my semantics, those aren't it.
Moron, you retard bitch. Never
That's
said
just
that.
an equivocation.
Those aren't it.
Dumb fucking tard boy.
Just
Think he's
equivocating
strong.
on what he
Get
uses
battle
the
branded
term.
3 times in a row, dumb fuck. Retard bitch showed that he's a fucking
Yo,
inadequate
Brij, do you know
moron
that's just an
epistemology.
equivocation?
You fucking retard.
Oh, now we spend